I don't know what's happened over the last couple of generations, but men don't help women. They don't offer to hold doors and things of that nature. And part of that obviously is because
We're being
radical
taught not to.
feminists, yeah,
Yeah.
have said, if you hold the door for me, you're implying that I'm weak. So it's not like it's just the fault of men.
Do you ever fear about like looking like a Karen, or do you think you ever overreact?
I literally wear a shirt that says Proud Karen to the airport.
Really?
I sell them.
Oh, so you
Yeah.
go in there ready
Yeah, I
to
let
battle.
people know, like,
Sell
like
them.
it's not
Yeah.
the whole concept of like is people calling you a Karen is to make you think that what you're doing is not legitimate. Like you shouldn't be upset about seeing something. So I tell people all the time, I'm the number one Karen at an airport. If I see something, I say something.
Something about being at the
That's
airport just gets you
hilarious.
fired up.
It's
just a stressful
it's a stressful
environment.
experience, and it obviously has been further burdened by COVID policies and all of that nonsense. So, but yeah, I think we just all have to just do better in terms of how people treat each other out in public.
Yeah. This is what happens when decades of "I don't need a man" gets drilled into society. Men stop giving a damn. Chivalry didn't just die. Women murdered it and called it empowerment. Now they're shocked when no one offers help, holds doors or steps in. Actions have consequences. Men checked out.
Men don't need women. Women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the women disappeared tomorrow, men would be fine outside of reproduction.
So
Women need men. If tomorrow they made artificial wombs, what would they need a woman for? Who's a better companion, men or women? So men built the world.
Yeah.
All the hard jobs are done by men.
Mm-hmm.
If men disappeared tomorrow, society would collapse. Men built the world that we complain about.
I'd say arguably one of the driving forces for men doing what they do is women.
What I'm saying is men could survive without women.
We could.
Because men can be alone, women can't. Women are social beings. We thrive. We need attention, and men don't. So a man can like live by himself you don't see women go out to the woods and just roughing it. That's a man thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Strip away the social games and men can live, build and thrive alone. Women? Without men, the lights go out. The roads crumble, the food supply collapses. Men create and maintain the very infrastructure women rely on daily, yet get zero credit. Survival isn't a group chat, it's grit, and men have it.
So why are men afraid to approach women these days? Just look at the world that men have to exist in. If a guy mentions how nice you look, it's sexual harassment. But if he keeps quiet, it's male indifference. If he buys you flowers, he's after something. If he doesn't, he's not thoughtful. If he's proud of his achievements, he's full of himself. If he isn't, he's not ambitious. If he tries to keep himself in shape, he's vain. If he doesn't, he's a slob. If he puts a woman on a pedestal and tries to protect her from the rat race, he's a male chauvinist. If he stays at home and does housework, he's a pansy. If he lets himself be vulnerable, he's a wimp. If he doesn't, he's insensitive. If he pursues you too much, you feel like he's stalking. If he doesn't, he lacks self-confidence. Wonder why most guys feel awkward, anxious, and downright frightened when they have to approach a woman they're interested in.
Men aren't afraid to approach women. They're tired of playing a rigged game where every move is twisted against them. Compliment her, predator. Ignore her, cold. Work hard, arrogant. Relax, lazy. Show emotion, weak. Stay stoic, heartless. The modern dating scene is basically a minefield, and men are done stepping on bombs just to get blamed either way.
What happened to men pursuing girls? When was the pivotal moment that a man chose to not go after a girl anymore or put in any effort? It seems like guys can just put the bare minimum and not even really put in effort anymore. They don't really care to. Or they're like, why don't girls just go and make the first move and make the effort? When did it become a thing? Now it's like role reversal where they expect girls to be making the first moves, yearning for a guy and chasing him. That is, I feel like, the downfall of why it's so hard to meet someone, because men don't put in effort.
There's plenty of pivotal moments. How about when a woman called a man weak for opening her car door? Or the time that men pursued women on dating apps and him saying, hey, how are you, wasn't good enough? How about the pivotal moment when a man is looking out into the open and happens to glance in a woman's direction and somehow he's undressing her with his eyes? Or how about the moment when women considered everything the bare minimum and nothing is ever good enough? Or what about the pivotal moment where men have to fix everything in a relationship to make it work and women have to simply exist? Or how about the time there was a study done that said 80% of women find men unattractive, so why would they try anymore? Or the pivotal moment where men can be accused of SA or grape at any given moment by accident just because a woman is pissed off because she was rejected? Or what about the pivotal moment that women have constantly told men that they're so undesirable that they would rather pick a bear over a human being, as if men don't have feelings? Or how about the pivotal moment that every single man that ever chased a woman was considered a simp and women simply didn't respect them or want to be with them because they're chasing and they're trying too hard? What about the pivotal moment when the nice guy gets left because he's not toxic enough? Or what about the pivotal moment where men can't even simply be respectful without it being considered creepy or too friendly? Or what about the time that women decided that not even Cheesecake Factory was good enough for a first date? That they didn't want to get to know men for who they are. They wanted to know how much money they made and their status. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound worth chasing. Okay, bye.
Women act shocked that men stopped chasing, but they killed the chase themselves. Every compliment became harassment. Every date became a test. Every nice gesture got mocked as simp behavior. Men realized they're not signing up to audition for someone's endless list of demands just to get disrespected anyway. Now, they'd rather keep their peace than help women who don't even value it.
50% of men aged 18 to 24 have never approached a woman in person in their life. And like even higher percentage, 18 to 30, haven't approached a woman in the last year. Is this downstream from Me Too?
Gen X people talk about of going up to someone in a bar and this being a way of striking up relationships. I think that was a very brief period of history, sort of post-sexual revolution, but pre-internet, where that was considered normal. And I'm slightly too young to have ever actually experienced that.
Okay, if you are complaining, like, where are all of the good men at? Look around a little bit, if you can, when you're at your CrossFit class or you're doing yoga or you're doing whatever. And if some guy comes up to you and asks some awkward, clunky question, but he's kind of cute, like, don't just presume that he's asking the question. Like, use the witch clairvoyance, right? Tap into the astral realm or whatever it is that you do, and think, oh.
Men aren't approaching because the risk to reward ratio is garbage now. One wrong word and you're creepy. One awkward smile and you're viral on TikTok as the villain of the week. Me Too didn't just expose predators. It scared regular guys into silence. Women wanted fearless pursuers, but built a minefield instead.
Men don't go after women anymore nowadays, and part of the reason is that it's just become so hard because we women have become so demanding. Not that long ago, a marriage was seen as an economical agreement, and the husband was expected to provide for his family and to protect his family. But in those days, we women were still financially dependent on men. But now that we make our own money, we don't just want a husband to be a provider or to protect us, but we want a husband who can really understand us, who can feel us emotionally, and who can help in the household, and wait a minute, who can also be a very good father to our kids. But it's not just because we're financially independent that we have these expectations. It's also that society, the way it's set up, has changed completely. We used to live in a society in which we had a whole support system around us. We would have barbecues with the neighbor on the corner every Sunday. We would drink coffees with our neighbor every morning, and we would discuss our problems. But nowadays, because we also work, we live way more isolated, and the time we have off, we spend more and more with this one person who's our husband. And what that looks like in reality is that we sit on the sofa at night and we watch TV together. We look at rom-coms in which the man goes through hell and back to win a woman's heart. So besides the fact that practically seen we expect more from our men, our brains are also fed with all these fantasies about how relationships should and could be. And men have stopped to go after women because they freak out with the thought that they have to deliver all these things that women expect nowadays.
The entire family nucleus has been destroyed, and even more distress takes place now. All because we allowed such a mindset to run amok. Most women making money won't spend it on marriage. They'd rather waste it.
Honestly, the amount of white dudes with Thai women that are waiting to board international flights, it's an absurdity. It is crazy. Like, half of the couples in this airport right now are beautiful Thai women with super basic white dudes.
Let me use a liberal argument. Well, why do you care? Does it affect your life? And the fact is, these white men understand that if they want to get feminine women, they're going to find it in Asian women.
No, it's men with sense. They are looking for a woman, not a damned Kardashian. It's a win-win-win. Everybody gets what they want. The couple gets to be together, and the modern woman gets her career and her cats. Everyone's happy. There's a reason she's walking alone. She's feeling insecure because she can't compete. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.